Captain. Rumor has it that the number of...
Despite official reasoning that it's downsizing because we're no longer at war, unofficially it's because many of your colleagues have been
replaced?
by members of the ASC who report directly to him, and now make up half my company, and who should be out watching over the population, but instead spend their time watching... Just saying. If the man decided to mount a coup against the Dowser, not sure there's much we could do.
I found refuge in a city that doesn't belong to Abundance, if you can believe it. But it seems that Victor managed to infiltrate it. I know I'm asking a lot from you, but if you have any information on this...
We're talking about an act of aggression toward a foreign power, and what I'm telling you is akin to treason, Zachariah. It's almost sure that Victor is preparing an attack upon our rep. From what I was told, he has hired mercenaries and even embedded some of his men. The craziest part of the story is that he's preparing a war without an army, with the sole goal of... At this stage, that verges on psychosis. He's obsessed with you.
Thank you, Captain. I know the ASC's in Noctis, and I bet they got in pretending to be the crew of that caravan. They gotta be embedded in the population by now, hiding in plain sight. But if they're pretending to be merchants among real merchants, better start asking around. Captain.
Get him!
Sean was right. Can't open this door without another Technomancer. Sean was right. Can't open this door without another Technomancer.
Traitor, get him!
Zachariah!
I brought you back what you asked for.
Oh, you found the
No, but I found your note.
Ah, yes! The prosthesis. Give it to me. No. It shouldn't take me long. You really didn't remember...
I think that I should let you do it. Hey there.
What do you want?
I heard some mutants escaped from a prisoner.
Hasn't everyone?
Not in Ophir, where the news never went public.
I know if Ophir's men hear of it, it will cause...
I could also give your brother...
And to show them that we are able to rebel and escape? Hard labor during the days. Brutality during the nights. Then, one day, one of ours struck a guard who was trying to stop him from going to the... That was the moment the rebellion began. But, at the start, few thought to flee. Scum, the mutant who struck the guard, led them to freedom.
Thanks for the information.
Hey, the man...
What do you know about any...
Dangerous question. Victor bought himself some mercenaries. They're here, and I doubt they're just running bakeries. Nah, they're making trouble. Watching.
The most exotic good...
I'm looking for information.
Ah, yes. Yes. The merchants who aren't, you mean? Yes, I know the caravans, Chief. And, yeah, this might sound crazy, but seems to me all those merchants were replaced with... I don't know, but they're not from...
Can you point them out to me?
I could, but I won't. I don't want any involvement. I don't want to be...
Fair enough. I'll just keep an eye on your...
Repent! We won't have access to the Blue Paradise so long as...
I had something else in mind. Is there anything noteworthy happening right...
We are stained with the blight of immorality, and it spreads like disease. Serum, meant for our poor and refugees, may the sun turn his burning eye away from our sins. Having armored men guarding a temple? But how can we protect our poor resources from the greed of those?
I guess that you'd like me to recover that serum for you.
You would be blessed 3 times over if you did it. However, if you're looking for me, don't approach the temple. Those mercenaries are thugs, and they shoot anyone who gets to...
I came here to ask for some information regarding your parishioners. Did you notice any strange behavior among some of them?
My parishioner's life is none of your business. You're not one of them, and yet you take the liberty of judging them based on your corrupt beliefs. You...
Listen, preacher, we might have significant differences, but I'm sure that you only want the best of your... I guess that he spoke badly about me because he knows that I'm against this invasion. I've seen too many people suffer.
Stop pretending that you care for others. I can see right through...
I want you to remember something. Your son killed folks, all to make himself look like one of God's chosen.
That's true. You show great mercy, which is a cardinal virtue. You're not the monster, though now I see through their deceit. But some members of my flock, poisoned by those lies, have one desire about the rest. To put you in the sun, who we were told...
Can never be too careful with religious types, so I'll have to keep an eye on these folks.
Welcome, welcome. What's your pleasure?
Hey, did you by any chance see a caravan come back from Ophir lately? Would have had some members who might have looked different than they did when they...
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. And they're no regular merchants, that's for sure. They've been trying to blend in, imitate our accents and pose and all that. But what happened to the real merchants? No, forget it. I don't even want to know.
Fair enough. Thanks. So we know the spies are embedded in certain groups, but to find out who the spies are among them, we're gonna need to keep a... Can't do it on my own, though. Gonna need all my brothers and sisters to take...
Hey, the map...
I'd like to know where you put away the serum that you stole from the preacher's parish.
By all means, we respect the sect. Shadow! We would never have gone to see a preacher and even less a serum for the refugees, but I can tell you that we won't let ourselves be insulted by some random...
Listen, maybe I went a little too far, but come on, stealing is usually your forte, right? So if it's not you...
Looks like it, and I don't like it at all. When I tell you that we didn't steal from the preacher, it's true. But we dealt with him not long ago.
Like...
The preacher came to ask us to scare away one of his parishioners, a guy who was helping him at the temple. He told us that he was threatening him and scaring him. Of course, we went to see the guy, shook him up a bit and told us, but in retrospect, I wonder if that was the right thing to do. What did that guy see to make him go after a...
Thanks for the info. I'll look...
Greetings, Zachariah.
I'm gonna need everyone's help. ASC's infiltrated Noct.
We just got away from them. Why can't they just leave us alone? What? What do you want us to do about it?
I understand your frustration and your fear. I wasn't there, and don't even want to imagine what they put you through. But we don't...
I hope you can see our secret's at risk. But I agree, the best defense is a strong first attack. If we hide and wait for them, we put our... So what do you propose we do?
From what I can tell, the spies have weaseled their way into 3 groups. But we can't move until we know which members are moles, disguise themselves as mercenaries.
Then I'll dispatch some eyes to keep tabs on those groups.
Thank you.
I'm in danger of actually liking Technomancers. I'd rather deal with the Mole Queen than Victor.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, fine. Technomancers are more like locusts than a Mole Queen. I guess the comparison isn't fair.
Zachariah, what can I do?
Not much news in Ophir about Aurora defeat.
Word is that Green Hope's defeat brought an end to the fighting. Aurora apparently took control of the hydroponic center using militia. And at first, Wisdom showed himself a worthy military strategist, using the militia in battle. Such people, properly motivated. You'd have to bear witness to the poorer classes of Aurora to fully grasp how badly they were mistreated, to fully grasp how much... And while Aurora adopted new strategies, abundance remained predictable. They had almost no Technomancer, since it's becoming harder to find them in Ophir with each passing...
Yeah, thanks for the info. So I went out to see if there's any Vori in the city.
Can I put my mind at...
Let it rest. They fled for Ophir and won't be coming back.
Good. Good, good. Thank you.
I hear you've been having problems.
No problem.
You can talk to me. I've talked to the Vori, and they're the ones who have sent me. They're starting to wonder about that.
He did that. I guess that I can tell you then. First, I want to tell you that I am a faithful believer, temple follower.
Tell me what happened exactly.
I was praying at the temple the other day. I was in a little corner. I didn't want to bother anyone. The preacher came in and went to the donation box, and I wanted to talk to him about it afterwards. First, I thought that maybe he wanted to count the serum at his place, and I offered him my help. Instead of accepting or reassuring me, he sent his thugs to tell me not to bother him. I know that it sounds crazy, but the preacher did something shady.
I'm going to look through his stuff to see what this is all about. Thank...
Stop! Stop! For the love of the Shadow! I was the one!
Why did you ask me to look for the serum with the Vori?
They were the ideal culprits. And even if you hadn't been able to recover it, it would have distracted everybody from my misdeed. I committed a horrible... I will give to the refugees what they were meant to receive. Even more! I swear...
You're a hypocrite. You preach all day so that others repent their sins. I don't believe in your redemption. You're likely to swindle again. I'll inform the prince about...
Who are you to pose as the representative of morality? Be cursed! May the Lord's mighty eye burn you to ashes! Repent! We won't have...
I had something else.
Zachariah, you look good.
So, Scott, success?
Of course. These kits are rather easy to adapt to a prosthesis, and it's given me ideas. You see, we could produce prostheses with an electrical transmission system, even for non-technomancers. We would just have to...
May I?
Here,
I mean, I'd prefer if all those people weren't around.
Let's go to a quiet place. Hey, watch out!
Oh, you bought it? Don't worry, I've already messed you up enough.
You got me.
You know, not using Technomancy requires even more control, mastery. I'd completely forgotten this feeling of relaxation, peace.
Welcome back to your people, Andrew.
Thank you very much to both of you. It's so strange. I feel like I'm a new man.
You're welcome, my boy. Have fun.
Hey.
Hey, back.
Should have remembered you. Back when we were kids, the world just revolved around you.
Really? How so?
I know it nearly killed you, but you were so gifted. While the rest of us worked, Technomancy just came so easy.
The fact that it was easy is what cost me so much. The high I got from manipulating...
You can't blame anyone but our professors. They should have known better. How could you?
Too bad all that power isn't enough to let me go back.
I'm really happy you're here.
I'm happy too. Without you, I'd...
I have a hard time picturing you alone. Figure the world would still be pining over you. Never spend a night alone unless you wanted to.
Maybe not. But I never had one of those nights turn into much more than that.
What about Nisha? Seemed like something was going on there, no?
She's an amazing woman. Gorgeous. I could see why other guys would fall all over themselves for her. But you know how it is. Technomancy isolates us.
Zachariah.
Do you know the preacher?
Of course, even though
He stole serum given...
Do you have any evidence to support?
I was able to recover some of the stolen serum.
How sad. As if the serum will be returned to whomever it may concern.
The fact that AS...
Zachariah, calm.
I talked to Anton Rogue, and he told me Victor bought himself... and probably scattered throughout the city.
Ah, no, Zachariah. You worry too.
Traitor! Get him!
Hi. Hello there, Mr. Mancer. So, what?
I was able to get some answers for you.
Great. I knew you would.
Keep names out of this.
Of course.
According to my source, the Army's reducing its troops by 50%, and the official reasons are the rising rates of desertion, the number of Technomancer arrests. But she says this doesn't explain everything, as many good officers and soldiers are being let go. In fact, the fear is if the ASC attempted a coup today, the Army couldn't stand in the way, because there are too many ASC entrenched.
That's terrifying. And it's news that'll hit the hearts of people in this city. All the people with soldiers and their families. What else did you find out?
I talked to an expert on corporation politics who had first-hand knowledge about Aurora.
And how'd he say Abundance lost?
Aurora's troops were led by a general named Wisdom, who used Technomancers. And apparently they've got a lot more than we do.
So Abundance arrests and detains you and your brothers, our great...
But what's more, they rallied the common people, recruited local and national militias who were feverishly motivated by the promise of gaining a voice on Aurora's council. So while Aurora brought everyone together for the war, strengthening their numbers, Abundance fought weakened, bleeding their ranks, arresting its own Technomancers. Our army, well...
That's incredible. By giving power to the people, Aurora all but assured its victory. The power of unification is real.
I also talked to a mutant who heard about the camp breakout.
Fantastic. And?
The mutants in that camp were living in hell, day in and... So one day, a guard was beating on a mutant too tired to work. As much as the others pleaded, the guard wouldn't stop. They weren't trying to escape.
And where'd they go?
I can't tell you that.
Fair enough. Thanks for all the information.
Hope it makes a difference.
You and me both. I've got one more thing to ask of you, if I could. One more thing to really make sure we can ignite some change.
And what's that?
We put our news on the city walls. The man who's been doing it for us lives in the exchange.
So you want me to be your
A deliverer of truth to those...
Yeah, I can...
Traitor, get him!
Raider! Get him!
Hello?
Keep your voice down. Quiet.
How you gonna make that happen?
I'll make stencils of the text and then go around the city with volunteers and hit every wall we find. Soon,
Hello?
Hello. Looking for some medicine? Drugs?
this dome will match up to the one in Ophir.
The one in Ophir? That was your Technomancer hideout, right? I was always curious, but
Yes, it used to be some sort of museum.
looks more like a pile of rocks to me. Let's hope this other one is in better shape. Otherwise, that doohickey...
If the dome is really off the grid, then it could still be in good condition. But we should be ready for anything. The scavengers could have beat us to the punch.
I wouldn't bet on it. If I understood correctly, there'll be some small housing domes. But what we're interested in is the art.
Heritage. What a funny little... The offspring of those who built the dome probably reside in our cities. Or perhaps, and yet here we are, chasing after old ruins so we can rummage for answers on our ancestors. How remarkably absurd, isn't it?
We have the turmoil to thank for that.
I find humans' curiosity towards the domes curious. Why do you pursue them and other artifacts with such...
I don't want to be mean, Phobos, but as a mutant, you've become something else. Isn't it hard to keep revering something that brings back memories of those who used and exploited you?
Yes, but no matter what happens, Earth is a forbidden fruit, and for that, we choose to forge ahead and not dawdle in the past.
I can't wait to see it. I've never seen an intact colonial dome. There are only a few ruins in the canyon leading to Noctis, and they are in such a terrible state. Most are so badly destroyed that you'd need a pretty strong imagination to call them domes.
This is the famous dome in the sands. What do you hope to find here, Zack? You never did tell me what you were hoping to find in these ruins.
I made a promise, a vow as a Technomancer, that I'd find a way to contact Earth. So finding a beacon would mean... everything.
Hell of a vow, Zack. Usually I only make promises Persistence in the impossible. I'm not sure there's a beacon here. This dome doesn't look that good.
These are remnants. Nothing but remnants of our ancestors. These remnants are both fallen to leave the Earth. Is that what you think, Zachariah?
That's what I hope for.
I can't blame your curiosity, but don't forget Mars. This is your home. All of us, and you should make the best of it. Before losing our heads at the start.
This is the famous dome in the sands. What do you hope to find here, Zack? You never did tell me what you were hoping to find in these ruins.
I made a promise, a vow as a Technomancer, that I'd find a way to contact Earth. So finding a beacon would mean... everything.
Hell of a vow, Zack.
These are remnants. Nothing but remnants of our ancestors. These remnants are what fallen from leave the Earth. Is that what you're thinking, Zachariah? That's what I hope for. I can't blame your curiosity, but don't forget. This is your home. We should make the best of it. And avoid losing our star.
Can't do this.
boxes of odd stuff. It's like a museum exhibit and a looter's dream. But I still have no clue what these plates are for. They look denser than my former master. Whole boxes of odd stuff. It's like a museum exhibit and a looter's dream. But I still have no clue what these plates are for. They look denser than my former master.
Technomancer gate. Gonna need your help, Andrew.
Then my help's what you'll get, buddy.
In the flesh. Guess some rumors are true after all. Time to take out the trash. Kill them all.
Technomancer gate.
Then my help's what you'll...
Rivalry with this Alan. He reminds me of someone. My own negative alter ego. Like Alan was yours. A shadowed reflection in a cracked mirror.
He's not that poetic. He's just a piece of shit. Plain and simple. Now let's just go.
This
tablet's obviously ancient, but the text's undecipherable. Great Master Ian's the only one who could have read it. Maybe Dandolo's heard of another... Can't believe Alan was here.
Talk about climbing the corporate ladder, right? That fucker's now the alpha technomancer of abundance.
How can he vouch for Victor, the man who caused the death of our great master? I knew Alan was ambitious, but to that extent?
There will always be men who will sell out for phony rewards. Give him a medal, a pompous title, and he'll ask you where and when to turn in his mother. This infection of uncurbed greed happens even among mutants. Just look around. You've seen the pen. Some of the Guardians are mutants themselves. And they can be the harshest of them all, disciplining for the sake of breaking in their batons.
You taught your rival a lesson. Now we should know better than to run after you.
If I know Alan, it'll only get worse.
At least we found some information, even if we can't read it. How's your ancient hieroglyphics, Zach?
No, I can't. Nobody I know can, except Great Master Ian. It's a coded language that's nearly impossible to learn.
Dandolo will find you a translator. Let's hope it's worth it, and not something boring like a soup recipe. Speak of the shadows, how are you, Zach? While you were investigating the Vori, I got my hands on some info that's gonna...
What information was that?
I spent a part of my life in a rehabilitation camp after my arrest in Ophir. Who had turned us in? We were just a group of street kids. We would steal food here and there, but we weren't dangerous. However, what happened followed me for many years, until I learned that an important member of the Vori clique was responsible for the deportation of dozens of people. I want to find that guy. I want to know if it's he who got us deported. I want to understand why, and make him pay. For me...
I understand. That man seems to be a real...
Thank you, Zach.
Zachariah.
I'm looking for my friend Scott.
Can't say that I have. He's not at the caravansary, though. Might have joined the caravan that just left, though. Your pal looked like he was missing Ophir, honestly.
Just let me know if you hear anything.
My pleasure.
I'm looking for my friend
Might have joined...
Just let me know if you...
My pleasure.
They found some ancient documents.
I thought you Technomancers were so well...
Maybe in Aurora. In abundance. We learned some colonial knowledge during training, but the languages are barely taught.
So, now you need a Technomancer from Aurora to translate. Word was, though, your former comrades captured him. If he managed...
And getting to him won't be easy.
Exactly. But, if you...